Hi, I'm Angela.
And I'm Trish, and we're here to talk about
bad words in business. The business of closing deals, calling out the BS, and navigating the chaos of life.
Because contracts aren't the only things that need fine print.
Wins, so they always get paid before anybody else. And God forbid you have right now, right? We're making lots of money on houses. You sell them, you're making $100, $200, $300, all this money. But back in the day, you made 10,000, maybe 30,000 if you were lucky. And imagine you have this debt of taxes that's $100,000 on your home. You are hosed. So that's a big one to pay attention to. So contractor liens, you got that bathroom remodeled and then you thought it would be cute to not pay your contractor. Well, guess what? They can put a lien on you as well. There's all kinds of liens that you can get placed on your property, and you want to take care of those. So we would say, resolve those freaking debts before you close. Make sure they're resolved.
Here's another thing. First of all, we can't close an escrow if they aren't resolved. Here's the other thing that I'm not sure why people don't understand this. When you get a letter in the mail, it's not junk mail. It is really telling you that you need to take care of something. And when the letters stop coming, that may mean that they already placed a lien on your home. So it's not, whoo, this is great. Your home is your largest asset. They're not going to place it on your car. They're not going to place it on you unless it's a judgment. It's on your home. So eventually you're going to have to pay it. And while you're waiting to pay it, there's a lot of interest occurring.
Ain't that the truth?
So pay attention to those letters. Those actually do mean something.
Yeah. And luckily, well, this is where title insurance comes in, is it'll protect you against any unknown liens. So, that is why most lenders require you to have title insurance, is because they want to know that they're protected if something happens to you and you decide that you're just not going to take care of them, which happens a lot.
Even best case scenario might be that the lien, you've got equity to cover the lien, or you can get the liens negotiated otherwise, depending on the lien type. But it may postpone closing, and it may postpone a seller's purchase on their next home, and certainly might inform how much money that seller is going to be putting down. And there's never a surprise lien that's a good lien. And a lot of these liens, they get discovered. The title company does their research, but they're doing their research as that deal is pending. And so, it may not happen. You may not see it right away, and you may just get that bad surprise, but if you know in advance, like with just about anything in a real estate transaction, you can get it solved. Certainly we're experts at solving problems, getting things handled, but everyone needs time to do their thing and to get those things handled. So it is really important that you are upfront with your real estate broker, you're upfront with yourself, whatever it takes, whatever awareness and transparency, get that out there and get these things handled.
Yeah.
And sometimes, especially with the IRS, if there's an IRS lien, it can take weeks, months to get a response from them. They aren't in the mood to answer the phone or an email or a fax to give you a payoff. Mm-hmm. So if you have an IRS lien, that one's the toughest one.
Oh, yeah. And if you do have an IRS lien, you better be getting it and sending it to your title and escrow, actual payoff letter, and send it to your title and escrow office, because holy shit, I don't know if you've ever gotten to the IRS website, but it is like you have to give them your firstborn to get logged in, first of all. And to get a payoff is like, oh gosh, it takes so long. And they won't pay off. They don't care about us. They're like, yeah, right. Who are you? But but we do get them, but it takes some time. It's not easy. And then easements, that's another title thing. As a matter of fact, we have a file that closed, the city of Tacoma one years ago closed. Right. And they were going to do, what are they doing? Some road work or?
Right.
Yeah.
Secondary road work. Yeah.
Yes. So these people
22.
Yeah, these people sold their home and the city was like, oh, well, they're going to owe us X amount of money because we're doing this road work, which what the hell? Why do they have to pay for that? But whatever, it's the city. And so we have had these funds held since 2022 to pay for a road that these people don't even live there anymore, but the buyers are going to be happy, I'm sure.
When it's eventually done. Although I did get notice that it is being sent for final approval and payoff. So
finally. Gosh, imagine if they've been doing the work the whole time. Imagine that. Imagine that they are out in front of your home just chiseling your road for the last freaking 3 years. You buy a new home and they're out there chiseling the whole time. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All that to say, there are a million things on your title report that can come up. Most of them we get lucky and they are easy squeezy. They have your mortgage. We know we pay off your lender. They'll have an HOA, whatever. We pay that off. Really, those are like the biggest things, but get your title insurance. Don't try to waive it because you're being cheap. It is something that is important. It is expensive, but it's worth it. And it's with your home the whole time. Like it just disappears. So yes, it's expensive initially, but in the long term, it is not expensive at all, especially if you live in a house for 30 years, which I don't know if people really do that, but.
Do people really pay off their house anymore?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, is that really a thing? I mean, do people do that? That's the question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I think it sounds exciting, by the way. You know, I'm planning to do it.
Good job.
I would like to. I would love to, actually, but I don't plan on living anywhere for 30 years. I get like ants in my pants. I gotta start moving somewhere. Every 7 years, roughly, I make my husband move into a new house. And actually, when we moved from Washington to Arizona, that one really hit him in the guts. He just built a giant man shop. And he all but cried once we sold. But you know what I said? As soon as he got it done being built, okay, we enjoyed it for like a year. I was like, holy shit, you know how much this house is worth now? Like, we got to dump this thing. Like, we got to sell. So we did. But to this day, 4 years later, I still hear about how much he misses his shop and how he wished he had a shop and his shop did this. So I think it was like breaking up with a girlfriend.
Angela, let's be real. You don't have much yard. There isn't much man space for him. I mean, the dude goes out and does, mows the lawn just so he can feel like he's back with nature. So, I mean, come on, give the guy a break. Yeah.
With our electric lawnmower, which is even funnier because our leg is so small. So it is funny. Sometimes he's out cleaning the pool. He tries to hang in the garage, but right now I think our little thermostat says 94 or something in the garage. So you don't go out there unless you're planning on. Oh, well, we use it as a sauna. It's a great sauna. So if you want to sit in your garage, if you want to lose a little weight, get some nice skin, it's a perfect place to hang out.
That's so gross. I mean, honestly, that's just gross. All right. How about if we have some fun with some questions? My favorite time. And I have the questions. All right. So are you ready?
Oh boy.
We'll go into this because it's kind of work related. What one myth in your industry you wish would disappear?
Gosh, that's a good one. What do you think, Daren?
I think the myth that is that it can't be a fun, enjoyable experience. The American dream is alive and kicking all the way through these transactions. We're not just writing down a file number. We're actually dealing with real people, and it's that's the exciting part, and it can be a very fun, exciting deal. Also, there's the myth that it's hard to figure out. And, we do throw around a lot of jargon. We, use one term to mean a few different things. But, I think buyers and sellers, first time buyers even, they can get it figured out. And this idea, like it used to be where you're actually going to have neighbors that sellers are going to leave the home in good shape. They like to see new families or excited people getting in there. So I don't know if those are myths or not, but I can dispel whatever it is, that it can really be a pretty exciting experience.
I think the biggest myth is that and this is because we used to only do escrow before we added in title, but my biggest myth that has always been my biggest is that escrow doesn't, I love my title rep at my company. And then we're like, well, why? They just go out and have wine with you, which is great. I want to do that too, but they do other stuff. I'm not discrediting them for sure. Title reps are amazing. However, the escrow department, at least in our office, we, when we were escrow only, we were clearing the title. We were the ones clearing all the title reports. And so it was like, oh, cool. We're going to send them a check for X amount of money, but we do all the work. So just so you know, if you're using a smaller company, which we are a smaller company compared to these big corporations, we actually clear all the title for that big corporation.
That was my myth, is that title clears title. No, they don't. The only thing they do is they remove it from the title report, but they do not clear it. Escrow does all the work. Okay, what is something you do differently from most people in your role or field?
Ooh, I think, well, this is just my personal opinion, but I think we do great at the customer service side. We may not be able to go have wine with everybody all the time, which, we can't have wine with everybody because we're busy. We're busy working and we're a small office. I want to have wine with everybody. But I think that the biggest thing, though, is that we go above and beyond because we are a smaller company and we aren't closing 10,000 transactions. We focus on the customer. So we know your name. We know we can tell you your whole family story and actually listen to you if you want to talk. And yes, sometimes are we very busy and listening to the stories is hard? Absolutely. But we care. So we listen. Yep. So it doesn't matter. I think that's, for me, I try to be the kindest person in the industry and the kindest company.
Mine is smile. That's it. Just smile. You know it? Yep. One word.
Yeah, that's great.
What was the question again? I'm so mesmerized by you both. I just, I lost track of the question.
We do that.
Thank you. Actually, Daren, we're just going to go ahead and move on. So,
dang it.
Yeah, that's how I roll. All right. So this
Snooze, you lose. Fun. Okay.
Daren, we're going to let you go first.
I'll take up all the time.
Okay. What's your guilty pleasure? This one's going to be hard for you, Daren, because you don't watch TV. Guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Oh, God.
Yikes. Well, if I only had a TV, I'd probably have a guilty pleasure. But listen, I'm all about lowbrow entertainment. I do not need high art in my life all that often. And so, I'll catch funny things on YouTube. There's a show I used to watch. It's a British comedy, super quirky. It's called Peep Show. It's nothing like the title may indicate, and it's just a funny, goofy show, probably from the 80s, I guess. And so there's that guilty pleasure. I've got all kinds of guilty pleasure when it comes to sugar and music and other things. And but for the video arts, there it is.
Oof.
Perfect. Angela, what do you have?
I love watching TV. Actually, I keep it on in the background because I love noise. And so I would say I love reality TV. I think it's so freaking funny because, well, for one, you don't have to really watch it. You can take a nap during it. You can wake up and it's all still the same shit. Like Real Housewives, they're still fighting 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, 2 hours later. It doesn't matter what episode you're watching. It doesn't matter. And I love Real Housewives. I love all reality shows because they're so stupid and not gonna lie, misery loves company. So sometimes when you're watching these people, you're like, oh, their life is shit too. That's great. I love it. I love it.
No, I'm right there with you. But if I'm going to watch a movie, it's going to be two. When you're scrolling through the TV, The Devil Wears Prada. Love that movie. And Gladiator. Gladiator. They're both so far apart. But not really. They've got one person that's kind of bitchy and kind of, takes control. So yeah. But yeah. And Devil Wears Prada too, I heard was coming out. So
I do love The Devil Wears Prada. That's like a staple, I feel like. Everybody, well, not Daren, but
well, I love Prada, if that's
there you go.
Yeah, you're right there.
All right. Here's our next question. What is the weirdest thing in your bag or on your desk right now?
Well, I've got a few things. And I could show you my mug of the punk rock papusa.
Yeah.
I also have this cool little pen holder that wasn't really a pen holder.
You win.
I have a pigeon. Oh, finally, my daughter will be glad if I show you this ladybug she made in kindergarten.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute.
So I went through my purse and I have I think it's called a Swiffy. I'm not sure, but this is if in case you need to brush your teeth. Yes, and since I take a lot of red eyes, I always have some of these in my bag. And then in case I get something stuck in my tooth, I've got a little thing here.
Wow, a device.
And then if I have nothing better to do, I can manage my nails. So people call my purse the Mary Poppins purse. And yes,
let's be clear. Trish's purse is a luggage. My purse is like, I can fit my wallet in it and like maybe a stick of gum. Like I literally have nothing in my purse except I do have like an EpiPen just in case anybody tries to die around me, or I don't really have anything like cool in my purse.
No.
But my desk, and I also am like a neat freak, so my desk is pretty clean, but I do have the miscellaneous crap that my kids have made me over time. Beautiful crap. And then I also have right now, we talked about this before, but I am a cat volunteer. So right now I have a card on my desk from National Volunteer Day, I guess. And so that's on my desk because I thought it was so cute. And then I have a little kitty pin. And then they also gave me another pin it has a puppy on it, which I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's a puppuccino. So it's a puppy inside of a coffee cup, which is so cute. So I have two little dorky pins. And I also have some sage that Trish sent me that I actually need to use in my house, but it's like, it smells nice and it looks so cute. So right now it's just sitting on my desk until I'm ready to burn it.
There you go. All right. This is the final question. This one makes me laugh the most, but what is something that is totally normal that makes you laugh?
Oh gosh, that is a good one.
Well, Trish, why don't you lead us then if it's your question?
Trish probably has the best answer. Gosh dang it.
Right? Yeah, you're not going to come in at the end and win.
Yeah.
Lead off. Let's see how you do.
Make us look like a bunch of assholes.
For me, it's farting. It makes me laugh so hard.
She does love a good fart. She does always laugh.
I'm telling you, no two are alike.
That is true. That is true.
Oh my gosh. It just, I know it's one of those things. It's such like an immature thing, but oh my gosh, it's so funny. And I don't actually call it farting. I call it pootering. So I've kind of classed up
Yes.
the name.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That's funny because when my husband farts, I literally want to stab him in the face. I'm like, ew, why are you so gross? But then, not to call my mother-in-law out or my mom, but they like walk and they'll just like randomly fart. And then they're like, oops, fell out. I'm like, what? So I will say I laugh at them because I'm like, I don't think they just fall out your butt, but okay. So that
Oh my gosh. It's just one of those things. So now what did you guys come up with?
Well, I mean, who can, first off, you highbrow it by calling it pootering and you're just hysterical with the anticipation of the next fart you're going to hear. I mean, a little hard to follow that. I guess maybe we should have had you hold off until the end.
Oh my gosh, that is, yeah.
Trish is one person you want to fart in front of because you know that she'll find it funny. So you want to go in her office and shit your pants and she'll love it.
Well, I mean, the anticipation is building. I can't wait to make you laugh someday, Trish.
Well, it's also Tina who sits out front. All of a sudden she'll hear me say, oh, baby, that's the dog. That's the stink.
That's funny. That's amazing.
And by the way, everyone, Trish is a pretty mature person in a lot of ways. So it's just this whole farting, pootering realm in which she kind of loses herself.
That's so funny. I feel like I laugh at everything. I think everything is funny, and only because I laugh when I'm like things are making me mad. I just laugh because I do feel like if you don't laugh, and every time I talk to Trish, we laugh about nonsense. We laugh about everything. Mean people, nice people, anything, dog farts, everything.
Yes.
So I feel like I don't know one specific thing. I think my husband's pretty funny sometimes. Most of the time. He's like,
in case he's watching, you don't want to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah.
You don't want to encourage him.
He's my main friend, so I have to laugh at him. And actually, my oldest daughter is very comedic. Everything she says is funny. And it's normal stuff, kind of, but she's a very blonde gal, very book smart, but day-to-day smart. She's a little silly. So she says a lot of things that you go, okay, that's funny. So we just laugh. I'm like, you should be a comedian because this shit's funny.
and that's when you say, it's a good thing you're pretty.
Oh yeah, I tell her that a lot. I might tell both of them that a lot.
You're so pretty. Just remember that.
I'll tell you, I'll just real quick. I love when people get scared. I do think, I don't laugh externally, but inside, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I'm the one scaring them, I'm cool with that too.
Nice.
I do have my girlfriend one time we were walking and we were just chit chatting. We were going to some concert or something. And I lost her. Like I looked over and she was like on the ground. She had fallen and she had stepped in a hole. Speaking of Seattle, she had stepped in a hole and she had like tripped. And instead of helping her up, I died laughing because I didn't realize that she had fallen. And then when she told me that she fell, I was like, oh, I thought you were like tying your shoe. And she goes, I'm wearing boots. And I was like, oh, so I do think it's so funny when, people fall or whatever, even though you're like, oh my gosh, because it's not only when it's a funny fall, not when it's like they really hurt themselves fall. But oh my gosh, I'm one of those friends that I will die laughing and then ask you if you're okay.
Now, I will say I'm the opposite. Are you okay? And then it plays over in your head in slow motion and it just gets funnier and funnier. But yes, I'll make sure you're okay. If you have a broken knee or something, then I may not be able to laugh. But if not, be prepared. It'll go on for at least an hour because it just replays in my head.
Yep. We've been talking about her fall for probably like 10 years now. When you thought I was tying my boot and I'm like, oops, I knew I was there. Like, my bad.
And it's still funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
We should probably get going. Daren, thank you so much for hopping on and being a part of our craziness. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, got to learn something new about you, Trish.
Yes. Look for Daren if you're out here in Washington and you're out escrowing. He's around. Title and escrowing. Trish too. They are in the community just making waves.
Here to help, here to support, 24-hour title reports, all that good stuff. Absolutely.
Love it.
And you can find us online or on social media. Our hashtag is always at NW Escrow Title. You can find us literally on everything. Bye.
Bye.